In this video, I'm going to share with you my top 10 favorite baseball card pickups from the 2023 year. Stick with me and let's see what I got. What is going on, everybody? Thanks for joining me on my channel, Brutus on Baseball. We are winding down to the end of 2023, so I'm going to take a look back at the baseball card collecting that I did throughout the year to see which ones were my favorite pickups. There's always way too many to choose from, but I've tried to narrow down this list to my top 10 favorites, with a couple cheats here and there, of course. A quick reminder about my collecting. I love rookie cards, especially rookie cards of Hall of Fame players, and I collect all three major grading companies. So for every rookie card, I'll look for a PSA 10, BGS 9.5, or Pristine if I can get it, and an SGC 10, Pristine, or Gem Mint, whatever I can get. And a lot of the ones that I'm most excited about picking up are ones that help me complete those master set of rookie cards for each of the Hall of Fame players. Looking back at my 2022 list, I had a lot of vintage cards up at the top of my top 10. And this year I've realized that my collecting was a little bit different. I actually have a lot more modern cards than I do vintage cards, which gave me a little bit of pause and wondered what my goal was for 2023 and whether I actually met that, or if I got distracted by a lot of these shiny new versions of modern cards. I think that's gonna make me really pause and think going into 2024. So let's jump into it and see what I've got. First, I'm gonna run through some of my favorite cards that I picked up that I couldn't find room for in the top 10 list. I'm gonna go through these quickly just to share them a little bit. One of the ones that I was really excited to get this year is a 2019 Topps Fernando Tatis Jr. rookie card, but the gold parallel version, so numbered 2019 cards. And it's a BGS 10 Pristine. This one almost made my top 10 list just because I love the gold parallel version, but I just couldn't squeeze it into my top 10 list. I've got a couple Alex Bregman cards that I couldn't squeeze into my top 10 list. A 2017 Bowman Chrome SP image, BGS 10 as well, Pristine. A 2017 Topps Archives Light Blue, numbered to 75 only, PSA 10. I love the look of this card and the blue border really make it stand out to me, but I still couldn't find room for it. And a 2017 Topps Transcendent, numbered to only 87 for the base cards, PSA 10, Alex Bregman. I've got some 2016 Corey Seager rookie cards that I added, a Bowman Chrome Purple Refractor, numbered out of 250, PSA 10, and a Bowman's Best Blue Refractor, also numbered out of 250, BGS 10 Pristine. So two more great cards of a guy that had an amazing year this year, but still couldn't creep into my top 10. I got the 2014 Topps Chrome Update Mookie Betts PSA 10 rookie card, base still, but really hard to find these sometimes. And Mookie Betts had a phenomenal season. I don't know why, but his card prices have actually declined throughout most of the year, despite the fact that he got second in the MVP award voting. So to me, this offseason is a great time to be looking at Mookie Betts cards. From 2013, Topps Emerald and the Topps Chrome X-Fractor Manny Machado, both SGC 10s. I love Manny Machado, another good guy to be picking up in 2023. From 2012, the Bowman Chrome Green Refractor, Bryce Harper, BGS 9.5 with great subgrades. From 2011, a Topps Chrome Freddie Freeman PSA 10. I didn't have this one before. I finally got this one. And a 2011 Topps Update Jose Altuve BGS 10 Pristine. I got a couple Yadier Molina rookie cards to cross off the master set that I needed for him. His Bowman Chrome and Topps base PSA 10s for both. A guy that's new to the Hall of Fame ballot this year, Joe Mauer. I picked up a 2002 Topps base rookie card of Mauer PSA 10 as well to cross off my list of needs for his rookie cards. And the one that I really thought would make my top 10 because I've looked for it for a long time is a 1995 Bowman Vladimir Guerrero Sr. SGC 10 rookie card. This helped me to almost complete my master set registry of Vladimir Guerrero rookie cards, but it still couldn't quite squeeze into my top 10. So those are my honorable mentions, ones that I at least wanted to point out because it just didn't feel like it was doing him justice to leave them off the list completely, but I just couldn't find room for them in the top 10. So let's get into the top 10 right now, and starting with number 10, I've cheated a little bit again. I've included two cards here, but they're both from my Derek Jeter Master Rookie Set collection. I did not have the 93 Select and Upper Deck PSA 10 cards, and I got both of those this year in 2023. Two pretty tough ones that I've been looking for a while. I didn't collect Derek Jeter a lot during his playing career, so I've had to backtrack and collect a lot since then, and really happy to add two of these to my list this year. The number 9 on my list is a 2008 Topps Update and Highlights gold foil Max Scherzer SGC10 Gem Mint. I've got a lot of the Scherzer base cards taken care of, but when you start getting to the parallel versions, I don't have a lot of those knocked off my list yet. So it was great to be able to get the gold foil of SGC10 to add to a BGS that I have already. Still missing the PSA 10. That one's going to be tougher to come by. The number 8 on my list is going back in time to my vintage collection. 1971 Topps Burt Blyleven SGC 7.5 rookie card. I typically try to look for higher grades for the 1970s, either 8s or 9s, but some of these are really hard to come by, especially the 1971 set with its black border. Really hard to find these in good condition. And I hadn't been able to get a Burt Blyleven in PSA 8. I've tried my hand a couple times, but hadn't really been able to close the deal on them. And so when I saw a 7.5, that's pretty close to me. I might try to upgrade this still in the future, but I'll take the 7.5 for now and really enjoy it because it's a great looking card. Next up at number 7 on my list is a card that I had on my goal list for 2023. So I'm really glad that I was able to scratch this one off. And that's the 1976 Topps Dennis Eckersley in a PSA 8. Again, I would love to be able to find a higher grade version of this, but the PSA 9s for the 1970s have really skyrocketed over the last few years and they have not come back down at all. So having PSA 9s in the 1970s isn't as easy for me anymore. So I'm having to look at the 8s to be able to fill out my rookie card set from the 1970s. And with Eckersley, I really wanted to cross this one off the list. So I'm happy to have gotten a PSA 8 for this year at least. Now, as I said earlier, a lot of my top 10 focuses on more modern cards. And really those last two are really the only vintage ones that I have in my top 10, which is a little bit of a disappointment for me. The number 6 card on my list, the next one up, is a 2013 Bowman Chrome Purple Refractor, numbered out of 199 of Nolan Arenado. PSA 10. First of all, I love Bowman Chrome. Second of all, this is a color match, Arenado in his Rockies uniform and the purple refractor. Third, it's Arenado and it's a numbered rookie. I love this card, and I'm so happy to have it added to my Arenado collection. The next one up, number 5 on my list, is a 2001 Upper Deck Albert Pujols PSA 10 rookie card. Pujols is a guy that I really missed out collecting on his rookie cards because of how meteoric his rise was in the 2000s. By the time I knew that he was on a Hall of Fame path, his cards were already astronomically high. And so I've had to come back in and collect them later in his career when he's had some down years and now that he's in retirement. His rookie cards, like the Upper Deck one that I just got this year, spent some time a little bit down to earth, but then hit the stratosphere in 2022 when he had his final season and had a historic season at the same time. But a year out of retirement, he's already come back down to earth as people start to forget about him a little bit, out of sight, out of mind. And so this is the time period to be picking up his rookie cards between retirement and about a year before he gets on the Hall of Fame ballot. So the next 3 years, I'm going to be trying to fill out my Albert Pujols rookie card master set as much as possible. The number 4 card on my list is a 1989 Upper Deck Gary Sheffield PSA 10. Why is this one so high on my list? Because it's the upside down shortstop error version. It's just not labeled on the PSA flip. And I didn't have the upside down shortstop version in PSA 10 yet. I had a PSA 9, but I love getting this error version of a future Hall of Famer, in my opinion, before he gets inducted. Incidentally, this pickup is actually what inspired me to make my video earlier this year of the top 10 baseball error cards that matter, my most watched video to date. And so one of these days, I might have to send this card back into PSA to get a label correction to accurately call it the upside down shortstop error version. The next card, number 3 on my list, is a card that I sent into SGC to get graded myself as a crossover, and that's the 1991 Studio Jeff Bagwell rookie SGC 10 Gem Mint. I made a video about this one. I sent in 3 different PSA 10 versions I had, looking for a pristine gold from SGC. I didn't get the pristine gold, but I did ask to have one of them crossed over to SGC 10 Gem Mint. Now, this does take a hit in the value of the card in terms of resale value, but I don't really care because these are cards that I'm keeping for a long time to come. And the way that I collect is to get the PSA 10, the BGS 9.5, and the SGC 10 to have diversity in my collection and not all my eggs in one basket. Just look at BGS in the last couple of years. If I only collected BGS, I would not be having a very fun time. So having that diversity in my collection safeguards me against one of these grading companies going under or losing a lot of market share in the future. And I'm investing in the top 3 that have great reputations historically. So at the very least, I can be pretty confident that I'm getting a high quality card that's been graded, which is what I care about more than the flip itself or which case it's in. And so this was a big pickup to me because I've got the PSA 10 now and I've got the SGC 10, and the SGC 10 is a pop of 1 only for this card, really helping me to finish out my master set of Jeff Bagwell rookie cards. Number 2, I've cheated again here. I've included 2 cards because I really couldn't decide which one, and I really didn't want them to take 2 spots in my top 10 for this one player. They're both modern cards from 2018 and rookie cards of Juan Soto as Bowman's Best Atomic Refractor BGS 10 Pristine and his Topps Heritage Chrome BGS 10 Pristine. 2 wonderful cards to add to my collection. I think the Bowman's Best Atomic Refractor is my preference in terms of the look, just a magnificent looking card, but the Topps Heritage Chrome is numbered, whereas the Atomic Refractor isn't. And having them both in the best condition possible just really makes me happy every time I look at them in my collection. And I got them at a good time too. Juan Soto really had a down market from about June, July until October, and then he gets traded and all of his card prices go way up. We'll see how he does in New York. If he excels, then he's definitely going to be a guy to look at selling next year after a buying opportunity presented itself this year. And now we're getting down to it. The number 1 pickup of 2023 for me is another modern card, 2014 Bowman Sterling Refractor Mookie Betts rookie card. I saw this card posted on eBay. It was a high price. I wasn't sure what I wanted to pay for it, but I knew I wanted to have it because not only is it one of his more rare rookie cards, it's a numbered refractor out of only 199. And like I said before, Mookie Betts had a phenomenal season, and I have no idea why his cards went down instead of up based on the season he had. To me, it was another perfect opportunity to buy Mookie Betts when he's only 30 years old and on such a Hall of Fame trajectory already. He and Mike Trout have really separated themselves from the rest of the pack, in my opinion, as the inner circle Hall of Fame players from this generation. I just picked this one up in the last month, so it wasn't even on my radar until I saw it. And now here it is, a recent pickup jumping all the way up to my number 1 spot for 2023. So there is my top 10. Let's talk quickly about my goals for 2024. And like I said, I've had to really think about this, evaluate it. What I put as my top goals to collect are guys that I think are going to get into the Hall of Fame in the next year or 2, trying to get their cards now while they're still a little bit cheap. And then going backward, picking up vintage of guys that are already in the Hall of Fame that I don't have yet in my collection. What I realized that I got distracted by a little bit is the current modern buying opportunities. So I started putting more of my energy into getting those guys than actually filling out the goals that I had. So I really want to rethink my priorities this year and make sure I don't get distracted by the guy that's currently playing versus the actual goals that I've got for my collection. Based on this, my top goals for 2024, Ichiro rookie cards. He's going to get in next year into the Hall of Fame in his first ballot, so I want to pick up as many now as I can. Billy Wagner rookie cards to try to fill out my master set for him. I don't think he's going to get in this current balloting cycle, but if he doesn't, I think he's almost guaranteed to get in next season. And then looking backward, a couple guys that I still haven't filled out my master sets. Kirby Puckett. I'm still looking for a couple of his Fleer and Topps rookie cards. 83 Wade Boggs. I'm looking for a Donruss out of SGC 10. And the one going back into the 70s that I really want to target this year is a 1975 Topps Jim Rice rookie card. Looking for an 8 minimum, 9 maximum, somewhere in that range. I'd love to be able to add that one to my collection in 2024. So there you have it, everybody. Thanks again for joining me to help share in my favorite pickups from the 2023 baseball year. I love sharing these videos with you guys. Be sure to like the video, comment down below what your favorite pickup is or what your favorite pickup of mine was. Let's keep this conversation going throughout the off season. I love talking baseball, so hit me up if you want to do that. In the meantime, keep enjoying collecting, keep talking baseball, and we'll see you around.